work him up and down now, okay? And about one a sharper jab up his shoulder, okay?
Well, you can see the body punching, and that's what's getting the job done now. That's Napa is beginning to look in charge, and it's down to the body work. Hall doesn't like it one little bit, and neither would I.
Well, people asking how much has Ian Napa got left at this stage of his career. The answer in that last round was quite a bit, I think.
Well, he's pulling Hall's defences down now, and he landed a couple of uppercuts as well. So this is what Napa does. It gets you worried about the body shots and then starts switching to the head. I still have Hall 1 point up because of the good start he had, but Napa was the one looking good in the previous round there.
Into the second half of the fight for the British bantamweight title, a famous crown which goes way back, of course. I really liked Hall's attitude. Won't be dominated, not phased, despite what Napa has done in his pretty decent professional career.
Well, Hall looks as though he's prepared to take the initiative and lead off now. Is that a good idea against Napa? In the early rounds he was boxing well, drawing Napa's leads. But maybe he feels he wants a big round as a confidence builder.
Right hand counter from Napa was the eye-catching shot in that little exchange. Quite an upright style, Stuart Hall. But he's worked long and hard. He's in wonderful shape for the fight, as you need to be.
I felt one of Hall's problems would be he's a little bit stiff above the waist, but the fact that he's used his feet to get him out of range of Napa's attacks has been working, so Napa has been allowed to bob and weave and come up with the hooks.
Well, obviously a good learner. Right hand from Napa there, using his speed and again hunting the body.
Hall trying to come forward there, but not really producing any effective work. Napa now springing in with the punches, and Hall doesn't have the speed now to get away from them. So now he's going to have to grit his teeth and start toughing this out, I think, Stuart Hall.
There's another hefty looking shot. Was that a bit low? Just felt down for his abdominal protector for a moment there, Hall, after that punch landed, but the referee didn't seem interested.
Yeah, good burst of punching from Hall, but Napa dealt with most of them.
There's a nice loose rhythm about Napa at the moment. Brian Lawrence's trainer says there's no way Hall can win the fight. It's the kind of thing that can come back to haunt you, maybe.
See Napa getting close enough now to get the left hook off, which he certainly wasn't doing earlier. Hall doing pretty much the same things now he was doing in the early rounds, so I wonder, has Napa solved it out? Does he have something else up his sleeve?
Napa dealing with the strategy a little better as it's gone on.
Another closest round, but I like Napa in that one.
Let's have a look back at some of those famous names we were talking about in the long history. Digger Stanley, back around 1906 to 1914, from Kingston upon Thames, a gypsy fighter. Teddy Baldock held the title between 1928 and 31. Staked a claim for world honours as well. Jackie Patterson from Scotland, who'd already held the British and world titles at flyweight. Walter McGowan, another Scot who went on to win the WBC crown. Jim will remember him. The tragic Johnny Owen, who lost his life in the ring against Lupe Pintor back in 1980, so sadly. And more recently, Nicky Booth, who in fact lost to Napa in Napa's second pro fight.
Corners, 10 seconds.
Tight fight so far.
Things out, down 8.
Eighth round of this one.
Napa come up with one of the old pro tricks, grabbing the glove of the opponent and punching with the other hand. Referee spotted it, get through with the right hand, lead Napa.
Business like. Ian Napa's now 5-1 on. I think he started at 7-4 on, something like that. So the layers betting in running obviously feel that Napa is on his way to victory here. Are they right?
I think the problem for Hall is a bit more stationary now. Napa getting close enough to get the body shots off, and the left hook to the chin.
I just wonder whether these body shots will take their toll in the later rounds on Stuart Hall. On the outside he must work, Hall. He must be throwing punches all the time.
He looks to be working under real pressure now, Hall. He doesn't have that same confident, smooth look that he had earlier, but a couple of times already in his career he's had to show some grit to hang in there, and he's certainly doing that tonight.
Pumping out the jab, trying to keep Napa away from him, but it's an increasingly fluent and confident look about Napa at this stage of the fight, in the middle section of it here.
But maybe to be sure, Napa should be letting some more punches go. He's threatening, he's coming forward, bobbing and weaving, but there's not a lot of difference between punches thrown and landed. So Napa looking the part, but maybe needs some more punches coming out just to be sure. Good thump to the body there from him.
It's a bit ragged there, Hall. Trying to pump out the leather. Feeling with the jab, better with the right hand, gets him that a couple of times here. He really is getting a degree course in what it's like at the top domestic level there, and there's a good comeback. He threw a right hand and Napa fell back towards the ropes.
Well, at a point maybe when Napa felt he was making a big impression, full credit to Hall, he's come back at him, showing that toughness and that grit that's required at this level.
Good right hand again, but Napa unrelenting with his body attack and really looking to wind them up now. Goodness me, that was almost a fast bowler's run up. Good little finish to the round here from Hall. It's a fascinating fight. Let's find out again what former European champion Spencer Oliver is making of it with Ed Robinson.
Well, Spencer, first of all, how are you scoring it?
Well, I've got this fight dead level now, but Ian Napa really picking up the pace and the experience starting to tell now. He's letting some good shots go to the body and head. I think the body shots have really slowed Hall down, and it's starting to tell here in the latter part of the fight.
And of course, it's very hot in there, and Hall's never been beyond 8 rounds before.
No, this is the first time, you know, this is the longest that he's been now, going into new territory. Napa's been here so many times before. We see him picking it up there, and I think, you know, it's going to be very tough for Hall from now on in.
How do you see it developing from here, Spencer?
Well, I fancy Ian Napa now. I really do fancy him. The experience will tell.
The fight is over. Napa has been retired in the corner, and amid great drama here, Stuart Hall has become the British bantamweight champion in only his 9th fight. An amazing story. I'm not quite sure what's happened in Napa's corner. That came all of a sudden and from nowhere, at a point where Napa seemed to be dominating proceedings. But it's all over. We'll need to get an explanation about what went wrong there. But Stuart Hall isn't going to worry about that because he's won the title against all the odds. What a story. Congratulations from Ian Napa. But what happened there?
Unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. I'm over the moon.
All the talks that me and you had beforehand, and you were excited and stuff like that. Did you genuinely believe in your heart of hearts that you'd be sitting here with the British title?
Yeah, I really did. I thought I had the ability. I just stuck to the game plan, and it prevailed in the end. But obviously it took its toll on Ian. That's why he couldn't continue. But all respect to him, all full respect to him. He's a brilliant fighter.
You've been in with what was the best in Europe and the best in Britain now, and you've beaten him, so you must be ecstatic to know that you're right in the mix now.
Yeah, I just want to go out to bigger and better things now.
And how did the fight go for you? Because Sky obviously had you winning the first 4 or the first 3 rounds. Did you see it the same?
I thought it was a lot closer. I thought it was a lot closer fight. But like I said, I just stuck to the game plan, listened to my trainer, and it worked. I'm over the moon.